Yeah,
concept.
when we contract.
Right, okay, so show me.
Okay.
So what are you thinking about?
Yeah, that's how I started to think.
Well, because he's thinking.
We're going either this way
Right.
or, I don't know, where was I?
Well, if you use a lens out, you just use a lens out, you can go under too.
From under?
Here.
Yeah.
Or this can go over.
Yeah, that's, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
like this, like this.
Yeah.
Okay, here, right? As you come up, you go like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can go under, you can go over. Right? Yeah, okay, all right, so, just work out the,
Let me see.
yeah.
I don't know why I'm not feeling it now. What was bugging me?
Use lens out. Use your bottom hand lens out.
Oh, this is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Right.
That's where.
Because you go from tan to line. If you do, it's more obvious if you only do this hand. Do this side.
Right.
Yeah.
Just do this side.
Right, do this side, yes. You're under, right.
Yeah.
There you go, right? So you can maneuver the arm either way by using lens out.
Okay, so top is lawn cell, bottom's lawn cell.
Yeah, it's the same thing, it's the same thing, yeah.
Okay. Where was I? This is control. That's control. Sorry. Here. Okay.
So that you want to,
That was striking with the left. How did I, oh, it was here. It'll come to me. Now that I have to play with it.
so when you're under here,
Uh-huh.
okay, then if you want to do lines out right here, you can do this way, you can go under as well. But make sure you don't want this guy to move, this large,
Right.
Everything is possible. It just is advantageous to do that.
Right.
You try it. That's the experiment, the research and development part. If it doesn't work as well, then you know. Rather than, well, I haven't tried it, but I decided it's not going to work. Try it first. If it doesn't work, then you know. It's all, chi style is about control. So if you do line style and you go underneath, you have less control, then okay, that doesn't work as well. Now you know.
Right.
All right. You can use the contracting concept with one hand on top and one hand on bottom. But you can also use that when both hands are on top. Okay, it's right here, right? Both hands are on top, right? Okay. And now you just go. Okay, or use it like this.
Sure.
If you can do a one arm top, you do both arms. Okay, same thing, if your both arms are bottom, you can control. Right?
Right.
Right, because you lights up.
Right.
Okay? You can use this hand to control, you can use this hand to control. Right? Okay? Okay, well, go have fun then. Okay. So you have a lot to work, I mean, a lot of stuff, but I say that it's really not a lot. It's just you have a few principles, but there's so many things that can come out of those principles, those concepts. There are a lot of concepts, well, no, there are not a lot of concepts, but a lot of things can come from those two concepts. Basically, either you expand or you contract. Either you're matching or shadowing, or either you're on top or you're on bottom. Either you are defending or controlling, or controlling and defending at the same time. Controlling with the bottom hand, attacking the top hand. Controlling the top hand, attacking the bottom hand. Yin yang. We are forever chasing that principle, that's all. Okay? The more you think, the more things come out of those yin and yang. Whether you're from controlling point of view, control the top hand, control the bottom hand. From attacking point of view, attack the top hand, attack the bottom hand. Okay, or control the top hand, attack the bottom hand. You flip, control the bottom hand, and attack the top hand. You see, it's huge to have a lot of techniques. But not just how you think, how you want to be. The more you practice variations, the better. Because then you know all these environments that you've been around times. Yeah, I can make it work when I'm on the bottom. I can make it work when I'm on top, so I don't have to say, I need to get to the bottom to make it work. I need to get to the top to make it work. Then you're looking for that technique which fits the environment. Instead of saying, okay, I gotta, where does this go? Oh, let me plate and put it in. Right? You say, I'm in this environment, I can do whatever I want, because I know it very well. Okay? So technique is that you're waiting to put it in, waiting for the right opportunity to put it in, or create an opportunity to put it in. Rather than walk into an environment, you're comfortable. Right? You don't have to look. Just wherever you are, you're comfortable. You're home. That's the biggest difference. You know, when you're understanding concepts, you go to different areas, you're equally comfortable. You don't have to say, what do I do now? How do I make it work? See, on the bottom, I know what to do, because I've been there a few times, many times. But on top, I know what to do. I can control his arm, but on the bottom, I can also control his arm on top. So, if you remember, I said a while ago, Qi Xiao is to make you understand that there are no bad positions. Remember, you're in a good position when you're on bottom. You're also in a good position when you're on top. It doesn't matter. If you happen to be on the bottom, you can make it work. Right? You don't have to say, I gotta go on top to make this work. Then you're looking to apply that technique. Okay. As you notice, the way we approach it, it's the path is laid out very clearly. You know, first you learn how to control the bottom hand, right? Then you learn how to control the bottom hand this way, right? Because on the bottom you look at your own Han Sao or Lan Sao, right? Han Sao or Lan Sao, that's it, right? So you say, I exhausted everything. Then on top, I can control the wrist, I can control the elbow, right? I can also control the elbow as it comes up or as it comes down. Right? See, up and down, yin and yang. Either a wrist or elbow. Right? Then you say, that's from controlling point of view. Then you say, okay, what do I do when I'm underneath? How do I attack? Right? And you say, you can attack when you're in Han Sao shape. You can also attack when you're in Bong Sao shape, which is Fu Sao, right? Right? Same thing with the top. When you're on top, you can turn into Fu Sao, which is Bong Sao, or Han Sao, Jiang Sao, which is Han Sao. That's right, and then all you have to do is just say mix and match. Okay? So you say, okay, now, because we have to play by the rule. The rule says you have to go from Han Sao, Bong Sao, Bong Sao to Han Sao. Right? So whatever you do, if you want to control the bottom hand, then you say, what happens to my top hand when I'm in Han Sao? Well, because it's yin yang. See that? This is yin and yang, right? So that doesn't work. It's a word, it feels weird. Okay? So if I'm in Han Sao, Fu Sao, right? When I'm in Bong Sao, okay, the Bong Sao. So now it becomes like this. Okay? So that's the only rules you follow. You say you don't want to get into yang yang or yin yin because it kind of oppose each other. The energy, you're opposing each other. Okay, so you want it always like this, unless you're different levels. Then upper level is yang, lower level is yin, then it's okay to do this. You do a big bicep, fine. It's only when you're contracting that it's kind of weird. Okay? So basically, what I just said laid out. That's it. And everything else, it is that simple, that basic.
Yeah.
Really. It's just those things, and you just start to mix and match. Adding angles, which is body positioning, adding footwork, which is stepping. Right? Okay, right? Play for a while, and then I'll introduce another thing, which is, you already know, I'm just adding to it. Make sure your tanza is full tanza. Yeah. Mhm. Good.
Do the same thing on the other side. So right on this side?
You can, just like earlier, if you can do a house out, then you can turn into rat.
Here? Here.
Right. Back to back. Slower, slower, now, move a little bit, you pay attention to your hands up, yeah. Did that hands in the way.
I thought I was controlling that.
Yeah, but then you should be over. If you're under, you gotta go over.
Oh,
Yeah, otherwise, see that arm is still in the way.
I got you.
Yeah.
Out of the way. Okay. Yeah?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Remember, you can also grab the wrist and elbow.
Correct.
What if you run? What if you run with the other hand? As it comes down.
As it comes down.
To tanza.
Yeah.
No, that's
Sure, sure.
yeah,
sure.
because this more for energy. It comes down, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Because as you don't cut, see?
Yeah.
Right? See? Here, here, right? So if you want to run, it comes down. Anything here, come down, right? Trap, run, trap, run. But he's going to go into the defense. Right? He's going to the traction. Alright, that's the environment, okay?
Yeah.
Remember, a lot of times the problem, your first attack usually don't succeed because the guy hasn't been But can't be interrupted. He still got his wits about him. He still has the full use of his faculties and limbs. You know, he's going to defend his center line. Then that's the environment, right? They go boom, boom right here, right? Because that's the environment. Crisscross, compressing or contracting. That's the problem. What does it do when I do this? You can make that happen when both hands are on top, or you can make that happen when only one hand is on top. Just one. Two. Same thing, contracting. Right? When I go like this, see, he's pushing. He's pushing, then contracting. So that's the environment that you're familiar with. Every time you go into that environment, you can make it happen. You know.
Yeah. Over.
The under you kind of get your arm. Same thing as, yeah, basically what you're doing the time stuff, so you're using time stuff with your palm hand. It is this movement.
Yes. From there.
Easy.
Yeah.
Just kind of do it a little slower. Let me show what I mean. We want to do that, we want to do it like this.
Down to the outside.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no,
Just-
yeah, because, you know, just do it like, rather than a sudden movement.
Okay.
Yeah, sudden movement is when you apply something. See this? Alright? You can move it simple, right?
That's obviously, that's dangerous on that side.
Well, yeah, do the second way, yeah, second way, right? So all you're doing is just slide. Again. Just push rather than. Yeah. If your partner is injured, he can't play with you. And he harbors resentment. Don't forget your form, make sure your form is nice and correct. Now we had a hard to do, yeah.
Trying to incorporate this, but
That's part of the fun, is experimenting, you know.
like it's too much.
Yeah, when you want him to come to you, because when you go to him, he's the same. You want him to, yeah. You can make that happen, just holding towards you.
So much. That's okay. Oh, there's that one. More.
Your own,
My own bicep.
Yeah.
In that position?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that he's, remember,
Yeah.
you want to make sure that
I'll tap out of it.
he is off balance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't throw my first step. I felt that chair.
Move forward. On your room. Make sure you don't do more moves than you need, really. Yeah.
So if I wanted to,
If you want him to come over to you,
Could just go right into here.
His other arm is available.
Yeah.
When you do lock or throw or kick down, make sure it's always a good idea to precede it by using a champion block or strike. Otherwise, he's not defending against him.
Right, so at that point, go.
Okay, you guys want,
that's-
to that. But, so you wanna make sure you go, first one, and now you can go into it, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, because he's not interrupted, he's like, I know what's going on, because I see it. But if you kind of precede that, using a lock, using an attack, now he's defending, he's nothing. Or even the attack in the hand itself can lead to like this. See right there. Right? Because now I am attacking, right? Boom! Now I can lock. It's that momentary lapse.
Yeah.
He's defending against something. And you move on. The minute you touch it, you go. Right? Okay. So, from both hands on bottom, on top, right? Same thing. You do the crisscross.
Yeah.
Crisscross, right? Right? So you can go to either side like this, right? Of course, everybody, like I said, if you see, you have just as much time. Okay, depends on who's doing what, right? So if I do this, boom, now.
Yeah, that's,
See,
he's preoccupied.
again, it's just the lopsided. Here, right there, right? Or same thing here, or right here. Okay, so don't forget all those things. Everything I said it many times. Locks, throws, chokes, takedowns are best served by attacking. Attacking is not the right word. Mechanical interruption first. So his mind is like somewhere else before you get into something else. He's focusing here, he focuses on the joint. He focuses here, he focuses on the knee strike. Right? You can only focus one at a time. So there's danger if he needs to resolve the conflict before we can, along the same line. Okay, from here, just go, boom, see right there. Even though it's slow, you never see it because you're not expecting. And you can hide that by probing 3 times. You can always delay the kicks, the knee strikes, the takedowns, the chokes, the locks. Right, from here, right? And you go 1 and 2 and 3 and down 4. So you can always hide that. Or same thing, from here, right? Go here, boom, now you lock. He doesn't know what you're thinking. You don't even know until, he's blocked every single attack I gave him. Let me switch something else. Right? So that's the pattern. The pattern, we break the pattern. And his reaction oftentimes gives you a clue as to what to do next. Like if you pull him and he pulls back, okay, right here, if I go here and I pull him, he pulls back, boom, right into that, because he's the one pulling. You need to follow because we don't get into straight contest. When he pulls back, he can go into a lock as well, or simply run. Right? So from stick to run, because he makes you do it. So, a lot of times it's that you feed off the energy. Okay? All right, so let's move along a little bit. Okay, let's move. Actually, again, go back to the basics. Let's do singles. All right. My job is to keep my full energy. Okay, and his job is to go from hands out to randomly. And now your job is to react to his attack. That's just basically built on the existing full energy. Right? But it's hard to do if I'm like this. Because I'm always constant forward, it's very easy.
Yeah.
That's why the full energy is preferred. You always think about it. Because I'm already going full energy, I just need to add a little intensity, that's all. Okay? So go from weak to intense takes a long time. From neutral, you're already in the middle. Weak is here, neutral is here, intense is here. You're already here, it's very easy to go there. Okay, so if I'm on the bottom, right? The bottom, okay? The forward. Right. See how easy that is? Because he has to force himself in. He has to wedge to give him the full energy. You're trying to occupy your center line. So all you have to do is just intensify the energy just a bit. So you're not taking a long way from very, very relaxed. Oh, now it's too much time. By the time I realize that, he's already in.
And not exaggerating.
Right, just from here, this is a little more, because that's all you need in order to deviate his path, his trajectory. So if I'm here, forward energy, right? In order to come in, this is how easy it is, but if you're weak, by the time you realize that you want to intensify, it's too late. Okay. So remember, so the full energy is the same thing as that most monkey. See, this is neutral. I'll just pull the trigger. But if you relax, it's still in a holster. Oh, it's too late, right? Okay, right? So even this is not a good idea, because if you put your hand on here, and like you never get the chance to fire, pull that gun out. People like us who train day in, day out, your gun, my hand are the same thing, just weapons. If you're not pointing at me, you have to point first before you fire. Pretty much, if my gun, which is my hand, is always pointing at you, I just pull the trigger. So this is not even a good idea, but you have to pull it out. It's time. In the hands of a good martial artist, you break it down before you halfway pull out, And boom, you're down on the floor. My gun! They're not just bunch of guns, okay? You're always a bunch of guns. Without it, then what, So you see how things are related. A weapon, we always have weapons. It's just not a physical weapon. It's just a weapon in your mind. Alright? Attitude. Yeah, that's the aggressive mind of the attitude of the Wu Chun guys. Always pointing at you. Always exerting energy at you. Just neutral. So always ready. Yeah, exactly. Any false move, I pull it. So already aiming into the body, that's very fast. I have to aim. No matter how quick I aim, I still have to aim. Okay, so do single. Okay, so let's say you on the bottom first. Okay. Okay. So now you want to right. Randomly, yeah, randomly. Right. Anytime you want to, you can just counsel, go back to the bottom. Turn it.
You mean all the way?
Yeah. You're attacking. So let me show you one.
Just a jump?
Yeah. Look at the downside. Okay. Picture that. What? From bomb. See? That's all you need. So you don't even have to go like this. You just have to, as soon as you feel it, just turn it. Yeah. The hand is relaxed, but now it's tense. It's so fast. And also the chin.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Good. Because you don't even have to anticipate, you just feel it's all about sensitivity. Anytime that his energy is out of the ordinary, he's attacking. That's his action, flying, right? He has normal energy, all of a sudden it becomes, yeah! Okay, let's try the other hand, you're on bottom. Yeah. Same thing. This will really cure that, no, you're on, I'm sorry, you're on bottom. Yeah. It really cure that weakness of not putting out forward energy. Makes you appreciate how important that is. Because when both hands are involved, you can't afford to have one live hand, one dead hand.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, toss it down. That's it.
I would say normal.
Right. Telegraph. Good. Okay. Try the other side. Okay. So basically, we may have been doing a lot of things which don't seem to be related to one another, but they really are related. Let's start this hand. Okay. So I'm doing this. Okay. When he attacks. Okay. Okay. See that? That's after the fact. That's reactionary. Okay. This is a weapon. I can do preemptive strike, which means before this weapon can fire, make sure it's useless. Which is this, right? Okay? So there's no difference between when he attacks, I do this, or before he attacks, I can do this. See, it's still in concept. Right? See, whether I cut him off as he occupies center line, or I render that weapon useless. Same thing, times out, his times out. So I'm on top, his times out. I'm just capturing this or this. So I can make that useless by doing this or by doing this before you do it. Okay? So it's the same thing. When you're on top, you can yin, defend, yang, attack. Right? So in this case, if you have people who defending is controlling. Then you say, okay, then I can turn that defensive hand into attacking hand. So from here, rather than doing this, I'm doing this. I'm actually attacking. As it goes down, I'm attacking. Right? So three things. Either he attacks, which I defend, or I control him, or I actually attack him. All coming based on his time zone.
Being able to feel his entry.
Right. Right. So sometimes the best defense is an offense. Before he gets to attacking with his time zone, I'm attacking him, or I'm controlling him. So he's always defending. That's our mode of operation. We like to keep him always defensive, on the defensive. Because if he's defending me, he can't be attacking me.
Right.
So
So
you think it
that's kind of like with top. Right.
Exactly. He
So
controls
you-
his hands.
You could,
Yeah,
you
you
could
put
get
it.
the
Right.
same thing.
Same thing, whatever the person on top can do, the person on bottom can do as well. I'm on bottom. See? Right? You just add, there, see? You add forward, completely different. You're safer and you have better reach. Same thing with him. Okay, so he's on top, right? And he's going to attack like he just did. Yeah, see now, I'm thinking this. Okay? Everything is better with forward. It's like a meal, it's lacking something. Just a little bit more salt. Not too much, just add a little bit of pepper, kind of, I don't know, just add a little bit. Everything works better with forward.
Seasoning.
Yes, whether it's just defending or stepping back, nothing changed, no distance changed, okay? So, or if you're not getting enough distance again, you take a step, you need to reach the body. Okay, so, now remember the one we did before is taking a step, right? The person on the bottom. So you want to go. Okay, and the other person now actually defend. Okay, it'll be like this, take example, okay? So I'm doing this. Right. Right, and you don't want to do it too fast because that's fighting. We're trying to develop that stickiness and also feeling the sensitivity. And so you do it at speed like this. Because you know the first one will succeed. So if you do it too fast, everything is in one, all your eggs in one basket. Boom! Now you spilled everything. Now, where are my other eggs? Right? One egg at a time, right? So that's what you're doing. So that's what you're doing this. Right? You want him to see that, right? Because because he's pressing, right? I'm coming in. He's right there. See, right there. So here you push. Turn to the line side. But why? Because he pushed me. And then because it's a natural sequence from time to walk. Alright? So from here, now I go into a time side. Up. See? Never left him. Alright? Okay? So forward and back. Tan Sao and Lan Sao, which is Bang Sao. Right? When you use the other arm, it makes even more sense, right? Right? Okay, now I say go back, see what's this. Because we're doing switching. Control, attack. Attack, control. Right? All the elements are there. Okay? So that's the end result of the top layer. And then we peel back, see, single hand, double hand. Okay? So now you want to be on bottom. You're on the bottom, you attack. Remember, moderate speed. You want me to see it. Right?
We're just doing single.
Single, yes. Remember, a full time style, full bottom style, right? Great. So this probably will cure your hopefully. Okay? Here, because every time you do time style,
Thinking, yeah.
right? So like this. Attack, right? Attack. See how your elbow naturally go up. Per people who do line style, they're not thinking about elbowless attack. First of all, it's bad form. Second is lazy. So all the way down, all the way up. Because now you are attacking. You're always attacking. Right? So this can be this, depending on thinking in the wrist, or this. Right? This is this, and also this. Because if you take this and put it over here, right? If I don't have the forearm, what am I attacking you with? This. Hands out shape, which is up. becomes an uppercut. But instead of using uppercut, you're using the elbow, which is uppercut.
Yeah. I was thinking about, doing, if you were just
Right.
doing an attack, and then, attack here.
Right.
And then cast out with the elbow, and then.
Sure,
Right.
switching, one side to the other.
But like you said, I didn't have like a snap arm, but.
Right.
Cast out with my.
You just attach the hand to every joint.
Right.
So move the hand to the elbow, move the hand to the shoulder. Okay, every joint is a weapon, is attached hand to it, okay? So you're on the bottom, okay? Let's move that way. Again, and more. Good. All right? Yes, good. Beautiful. Nice. The beauty is both people are working. It's not just, he's just done, he is also learning how to stick, how to use that jing to defend against the attack. Good, kasa down. You?
Yeah, waiting for it.
Okay, so you do the same thing? You're doing the same thing as you did before, except this time he's just stepping, that's all. Right, exactly. Nice. Intentions change. From defending the arm to actually pointing at the center arm. Good. Push on the bottom and full hands up, full bounce up. Right. Move forward. Beautiful. Change your intention to this center line.
Oh, gosh. Loose.
Don't still, yeah, just, you, arms the same angle, for safety reasons. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Just change it to, change your target.
Yes. I see.
So you can, both ways are right, okay? So you can play between the two, just purely defending or attack.
Alright.
Originally, we're working out through the concept of either the 1 beat or 2 beat. Right, 1 beat is this.
See that?
It comes in, walk in. That's what 1 beat.
Yeah.
2 beat would be,
Yeah.
it depends on what your other hand is doing,
Exactly.
right? So, we can't say, 2 beat is wrong. Well, what if you think about the other hand, then it's right, because the other hand will be doing something. Okay, and 1 beat is not always right, because it's right when you're doing one arm, but if the other arm is part of the equation, then it's not wrong. You're setting it up or something,
Yeah.
okay? Okay, very good, let's take a break, rest the shoulders. Very taxing to the shoulder. Let me get you some water.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes. You myself. Justin, you have water?
Yeah, I'm good.
Catch.
Intercepted.
See how we go? Double, back to single, back to double. You know, that is the mark, the depth of your understanding. Anytime you can say, I'm gonna jump out of the double to a single, and you because you understand business. You're able to double, I'm gonna choose single. Let me put this back on. Right? Okay, See it? At this guy. Oh, take this. See it? At this guy. Back and forth. That's a true depth of knowledge. So, the next step is to do 2Bs. As you're working, each person is thinking, what happens after B? As an attacker, what happens? What can I do after I fail? The person on the receiving end is saying, what happens when I nullify this attack? If you already saw the person on the bottom, when you fail with your pan style, then the right style. Right? So you can see this is called expanding, because I want to move that hand away from there. Of course, if I can do expanding, I can do contracting, right? Expand out, contract, right? Same thing. See? Now it's going in. Because as I go in, he's going, whoa, okay? Rather than see, expand, contract. Expand, contract. Right? Same thing, yeah. So really, that's why the first form is so important. You know, people sometimes don't know what they're saying, but they just mimic what their teachers are saying. Oh yeah, if you know the first form, you can fight. Do you really understand that? There's so much entailed, so much depth in the form. You know, expand, contract, you know, directions, energy, join, center line, all those things all go to one form. Truly very good, a lot of depth. Second and third form are basically rehashing the same movements with expand. Variations, adding the forward. That's all. Same thing, see? Alright? To start to progress, that's all. It was like this, here, here. Okay. And then you go, use the stance work, forward. And then the third form talks about locking, throwing, takedowns. Well, expanding on the first form, just expanding to the way you see takedown, you see lock, you see throws. You see troubles. That's all. Not necessarily the way most people teach it, okay? Because I truly believe if Wing Chun is a complete art, it has to include all aspects of fighting, which include punch, kick, lock, throw, choke, takedown. Wow. Chi Sao is not just the process of kicking. It is not a stepping stone, jumping board to something else. It itself has to have meanings. Again, on top, look at his hands on one side. We manipulate his hands on one side. His rise and fall of his elbows. And then you're on the bottom, you take advantage of your own rise and fall of your elbow. Right? Exactly. Now, this is some people do unconsciously and not even aware. If you can do bonsai sideways, okay, now look at kansai. Elbow up.
Right, you can do it flat.
Okay, lansai. This is why unconsciously you're doing that. See, unconsciously you're doing that, okay? But if you know that's a possibility, then you just do this. Right? From here. Right? Lan. Okay, Lan, I can go this way. Okay? From Bong, I can also go this way. Lan side. Who says you can't? If we follow the Big Brother's mandate, if I can do this thing palm down, I can certainly do this thing palm up. Alright? The human body is an incredible, if I can call it, machine. It's incredible. It instinctively knows what's good for you. That's what your instinct. Some instincts are good, some are bad. Like trying to cover up when an object comes to you, right? But this is what my teacher calls it body count. But you need to capitalize on that. So when you see people do this, okay, there's a reason, there's a time to do that. When it's time for the elbow to go down, you go down. When it's time to go up, you go up. If you go up before it's time, then it's wrong. Doesn't serve you. Okay? Okay, so do we do both sides? Just do one
I
side.
just, I didn't do.
You have, yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
right, you're on the bottom one, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Which we,
We
to
just-
this side, right?
Yep.
Right, that's it. So why are you doing this? You're thinking when this is expand, contract, okay? Right, you're thinking, should I go? Same thing for you. Stop. You can go back. 1, 2. Defend, attack. Okay? Same thing, attack, defend. Right. Attack, defend. Right? Do we do the other side?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That was the last.
I started on the one.
Oh, okay. Yes, we need to. I was.
Yeah.
We need to do this. Understand.
So you're thinking, I'm defending, next is the attack. Okay, and if you're thinking attack, defend, or control.
Just thinking.
Yeah. Depending on which way you push it. If he pushes you, then you turn to the left. Right. When you play with the other guys, you go right into the attack.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The other guys in the art class?
What?
The other guys in art class?
No,
Like,
the other guys.
okay, that's what I'm
Yeah.
touching, man. It's me.
Right, because it's different situation, you know, you go to the other guy, they're trying to challenge you, whether you know or not. And eventually you say, my style better. than yours."
Yeah.
Okay, that's just how, that's normal, okay? Everybody got say you take no in, and you take no prisoners. Okay, all right, so both sides, both sides. So, the next one, you just go into from the person on the bottom. Okay, just go in, out, in. Just never interrupt your, not once which you want to, change the rhythm. Tan sao, bang sao, tan sao. Tan sao, bang sao. Okay. And concept. Okay? So what you're thinking that the second concept, bomb style, which is line style, and this is an uppercut. Yeah. Same thing, yeah. Concept, concept, that's the concept, yeah. That's it. See, you probably know by now, speaking is a tremendous tool. Because, see, it doesn't matter how far he goes you, he has to come back, as long as you stick the hand. Like stick, come in and attack again, see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, right, when you take me out, when you come back in, I still have.
Yes, you can. Oh,
Still
yeah.
have it.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it depends on whether it's one arm or two arms,
Right.
you know? Yeah.
The third attack, with the footwork, you want, back to neutral.
Back to neutral.
And then forward again, on the attack, just stay.
In reality, yes, but you just go back to drill. But I just want you to know that can be an attack. But anytime you point at the center line, you are, is the intention. Yeah. Just go back to drill. Okay. So you probably noticed this when he pulls you, right? It is just like in the form. Focus on your elbow. He can pull it as hard, as far out as he wants. Boom, your elbow comes in first, bringing the hand with you. Step. How's it now? On, long, on. Good. Okay, so basically, you go bounce or bounce on. Let's go yin yang, yin yang. But there are times you're going to go bounce or bounce. Right? So on the bottom. Right? Same thing. Right? That's all. It doesn't matter. Right? If you know the rules, you can start breaking them. You gotta know the rules first, otherwise it's just technique.
Right?
Someone shows you without explaining them, without me understanding the yin and yang, because I just try to memorize. Okay, I do this and this and this, so it's the same thing. I didn't know, it's just directional difference. Forward, backwards, forward, sideways, forward. Okay, so you go yang, 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 right? You can start bending the rules, breaking the rules, because you never know what the rules are to begin with. Okay. The rules are so simple, just like that. So, sometimes inadvertently we'll do that, but that's called accidents, unintentional. When we do it intentional, then it's very meaningful. You meant to do that, right? So a lot of times you will see it, but we do double, right? And go, let's see how I can do that. Oh, like here, see? Okay, right? And here, here. Hands up, hands up. Okay? Okay? So as you see, there are times you break the rules, but you do them on purpose. Because it's your rules. He doesn't get to play by the rules. You can change the rules anytime you want to. You never knew there were rules. Because you have an intimate relationship with Big Brother. He doesn't. Big Brother said, as long as you know the rules, you can start downloading them. Because you know you are, and a teacher or another don't doctor say, you are eligible for change. Or you're qualified to change. Before you can start playing with the rules, you have to memorize the rules. Play by the rules first, before you can break them. So I'm very, very blessed to have these people who are in my life, which are government mentors, and they're directly or indirectly influenced in many ways. The things they said doesn't have to be repeating, just kind of triggered something, or spoke to me, or left an impression. Sometimes buried in the consciousness, subconsciousness, when you practice, you start coming out. Something you said. Before it was just afraid of something you said. I listened, I really understood. But as you progress, like you are right now, they start to become very meaningful. Okay, so the next one. You are going to, the person who are going to be attacking will attack just like you did. One, and then two, and then.
Or you want to do it?
Yeah, same pull,
Okay.
right? And then the third time. Okay. Layers, right? There's something, just variations of the same thing. Okay, so you become more and more, your defense is more aggressive, but you still go back to flip side. Right? When he pulls you, you don't fight him. If you fight, then it's very detrimental. Okay? You just yield. Remember what we did. Someone pulls you. As long as you stay connected, he can't leave you without saying goodbye. The minute he leaves you, because you connected to him, you escort the party end. Right?
He's shutting the door, he thinks you're out there.
Right back to you, because I'm attached to you. I'm actually attached we're we call them, the twins are connected. Conjoined twins. I knocked on the door. That's why you went. It's like that. Same thing. Listen to how fast it leaves. You're connected, you just follow. That's called escorting. If you're leaving, I'm escorting you. So the more we practice, the more those sayings become meaningful. Again, chase the body, not the hand.
For me, it was that the whole grabbing, like, I'm grabbing him, but to him, he's grabbing.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
both
both
ways.
useless. So that's how he's taking me in.
Same
Same thing.
When you're attaching him,
Yeah.
if you're taking someone, it's like he's taking you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. See, again, these are all rules, no one else. So when you grab this person, he's like, oh, I'm losing control, I lost his arm. Because he didn't know the rules.
Right. Yeah, there's no panic in us.
Fine, take me where you want to go.
You can't use your arm either.
That's right, and if you leave me, I'll just follow you.
Right.
Again, that arm's useless. And if he leaves me, I can either escort you, or I can, change the body. You see what I'm saying? It depends on which one I want to follow,
Right.
right? So, I'm on top, right? Okay, and I can just, right? He takes me out, right? He pulls me out, I can just run. Or as he comes to get me, right? I attack the body. These three things don't conflict. Well, you just say, don't chase the body, chase the hand. Yeah? But you also say, escort the departing hand. Hands on the right? It's not a one size fits all, otherwise there will be so many different things. Right? It's impossible one size fits all. But if you always chase the center line, then you always run. If you can't think of anything at that moment, just chase the body, which is the center line. Always run. But if you do double-handed, then escorting the departing hand becomes meaningful, because if we just do single, right? Right? If the other hand, then it becomes assist.
Yeah, assist.
Okay. So yes, we did that, didn't we?
Oh, I know, we haven't done that.
No, yeah. So yeah.
Here.
Beautiful.
It's changing the mind,
Yeah,
changes the brain.
absolutely.
I know,
Right,
right?
it's right there.
Nothing changes.
But all of a sudden, it's like the reality hits you, it's just a drill, you have to go backwards.
That's
That's
right,
not
yeah.
what you want to do.
Yeah,
when
that's the
there.
drill, yeah. Hey, if you can make that happen right away, right, love that.
Right?
Yeah.
Or I was thinking too, it doesn't have to be, practice it.
Yeah, Russian, do it twice. Yeah. You switch to the other side?
I got rid of it.
Sideways, forward, upward, and backward. Backward. That's forward.
That's forward. Oh, got it. I'm thinking from my,
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Your turn, be part two. Switch. Without leaving.
Switch without leaving.
Yeah.
Without leaving each other.
Wait, I think I was on the phone. No.
Up. Forward. Oops, backward. Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, yeah, much different, yeah.
What were you telling him? I just missed the same thing.
That was
So,
it,
again,
right?
right?
That's
Okay.
it. Oh.
Does it matter where? Does it matter? Because I feel that tension right there. I want to be, is that better?
Yeah, this is better.
That's better?
Yeah.
So I want to avoid that tension. Yeah.
Well, you can feel it, right here.
Oh, you're talking about- I'm talking this way.
Yeah,
bicep
but
and-
also here.
Yeah.
It's the bicep.
Yeah.
It feels like it's easier for me to talk about this one.
So
One in there. I can't reach that.
Yeah.
You're on the inside.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
That hurts?
Yeah. It's a nerve.
Yeah.
I got him. Yeah.
I don't even feel that. Hurt me?
No, it's good. It's just, there's a nerve there.
Momentary?
It just burns.
But again, you can do this, and do this, and do this. See, that's your choice. Here you should push forward.
Yeah.
This is usually up. This is usually, see, when you do this, you're cupping it, go back. So every hand position has its function. When you're doing this, more likely you're pushing forward. When you do it this way, you see you're swinging up.
I just give me.
Okay, see,
Feel
see,
just do different.
you just inadvertently discover answer to each other. When someone does that, you are time's up, bombs up, right? It's just getting to a time's up. Your answer to that is turn into a line's up, which is bombs up, time bomb,
Yeah.
time bomb, okay? That's just how easy it is. Yeah. Okay? All right, so the next one, if you can attack by using time stop, person on the bottom, you can attack using bomb stop. Right? The same thing here. Forward, 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 and forward. Right? So rather than using this instead, using the bounce out to attack.
So
Here, so
flat top side.
so you're on the bottom, right? So we come in, basically it's what? That's all, right? You get more coverage. You just get them going forward, right? I mean, you're on the bottom, forward, forward, forward. So I feel it. Expand or expand. Alright. When you're extending, contract. Alright, okay, so I'm up on the bottom, right? Alright. Back. Okay, from here, you can turn to hands out, which is from bounce out, right? Or you can from bounce out, lines out. Bounce out, lines out. You can start changing the rule. Before, I'm saying I'm going to go line yin. So if my previous movement is a bound style, right, there's tan style. Right? Or bound style, line style. Also wrong. Okay? Okay, so you're on the bottom. See how quick?
Yeah. Was there a step? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a step, yeah. So what you're thinking is, you're thinking of,
Right.
but using the downward as the third form.
Okay, well, I was wondering that, because
Yeah.
we were coming in.
Yeah. Alright, make sure your hand is open.
Rather than close.
Yeah. Well, see, what happens is a lot of people use the elbow start by closing your hand. When you close the fist, focus here. Not here. Here. Alright, that's why the third form, the hand is open. Good. Switch. Alright. It's amazing how easy it is. How effortless. I mean, your sensitivity has become amazing. All right, switch hand. Switch side. Switch hand. Good. Switch the other side. Okay, now we have attacking with the time style. We have attacking with the bomb style. Now you're going to use the same side. First one, attacking with the time style. Second one, attack with bomb style. Time style. Bomb style. Okay? Switch hand. No, switch. Yeah, switch. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do.
Next, great.
Well, the two is a pair, time bomb.
Yeah.
If time fails, you don't bounce up. But the energy it gives you, well, the energy is this. See, it's pushing me. Push.
Yeah. Blends right into it.
Right.
And it's really nice when he comes back, just doing count, and just go right in.
Right. Right.
So you fit that.
Absolutely. So from here, it's just saying here,
Yeah.
here. That's why I tell you, if you know the basics, all there, okay? So basically, he's doing this, oh, you're on bottom, right? Okay, so first you come in, and you take the grab, and you're doing this, right? One more time. Right? It is as if I do it initially, when you go into bonsai. Whether you're attacking me or not, doesn't matter, it's a bonsai shape.
Right.
So after he pulls you, and he's gonna do that, fine. I just go into something I already know.
What about just the, this is what I was thinking. So, oh wait, actually, I'll be on top.
Oh, yeah, no.
You come in, right? And then you, or you,
That's-
you go right
that's what
straight
it
into
is.
the, no,
The elbow strike.
on to elbow strike,
Bonsai, bonsai.
to the strike.
Yeah, bonsai. Yeah.
Oh, and then it's,
And then you,
here, and
yeah.
from after the elbow
Uh-huh.
attack, here you just do a boom, boom.
What, like
There's
this?
one and straight in, yeah.
Same thing.
Now I just have a cow with the cuts.
Well, you are going against the grain. See, I'm going this way. See, if you want to push.
Oh, so that's what you're saying. So
Yes.
So that's gotta be fast though.
Well, because you're speaking to him.
It's right there.
Yeah.
You're right there,
You're
right?
speaking to him. You're speaking to him, doesn't matter what you,
Or
just
I'm
go,
up, right?
you just go right into, okay, because remember, we have to see the pieces. You be able to take the pieces out to see them. Because your last movement basically is that.
Basically, because it's.
Well, yeah, we don't care what happened
Yeah.
before, but it still came from this
Sure,
bonsai.
sure.
So, this is the environment that I'm talking about.
Okay.
Right here, bonsai, and pull,
And then.
Pull.
Right.
right there. Right, so but you're going to come down,
Come down,
right?
got it,
From
okay.
bonsai to pull,
Yeah, okay.
it's environment, remember I said
Right there.
environment is so, it doesn't matter what he did before. But everything he did before is an environment you are aware of, you are very familiar with. Well, that's what drill's all about, right? He was wedging in, as long as, see, now you go like this, now he's coming down. You know, but it doesn't matter whether he's using bonsai strike or tansai strike, you capture the elbow here, right? Again,
Like it's do
from
the same
tansai,
thing.
tansai, right? From here, go right into wrong side. See? Okay, from tansai to pull to the same thing. Because I'm right there. See, as he pulls me, I'm speaking to him. No matter how fast
Wherever
I
I go.
see how, see? I'm right there. You don't have to see it. You don't have to see it.
That's great.
That's sensitivity. You know?
Because the hand is gonna try to get to our center line, so the elbow is gonna dictate where the
Correct.
hand, how the hand is doing it.
Yes, if you control the
You
elbow,
control the
control
elbow
the arm.
quicker than
Yes.
the hand.
Exactly. But it
Here, I
doesn't
guess
go
the
so.
elbow's closer to the center.
I don't want to slide all the way down to capture the elbow, let's capture the wrist, that's too far from me. Right there, just follow. He pulls me out, as he comes in, his elbow has to come by me. If I want to try to catch the wrist, that's a long way down. If I miss it, so it's- that's the thing, you know. No matter how the monkey can do a somersault, no matter how far away he seems to, still in the hands of the Buddha. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what they do, it goes back to Chi side. It's about sensitivity. I'm so glad because this shows real depth in your skills and knowledge. You're able to start connecting the dots. Remember, it used to be a lot of flying pieces, right? Too many flying parts and the moving parts. Now they all suspended, right? You can see clearly. And they fall to wherever you want them to fall. That telekinetic energy, you know, there, and you can use your mind.
Or the glove and computer, right?
Exactly, just wherever you want, you see just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's really exciting.
Journey's
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of movies, that's like the